The shadows have lengthened. The day is hushed. Our work is done. In your mercy, O God, grant us a safe lodging, a holy rest, and peace at the last.
The Episcopal Church Home has been in operation for more than 130 years and is affiliated with the Diocese of Kentucky of the Protestant Episcopal Church. The institution was founded largely through the efforts and philanthropy of John P. Morton, a prominent Louisville textbook publisher. It is dedicated to enhancing the quality of life for adults through a supportive Christian community. Chief Executive Officer Ann Vino says it is a very special place.
The Episcopal Church Home is the best senior community in the city of Louisville. That put us up to anybody in the whole country. We love, we care, we nurture, and we really provide to the resident a quality of life that is just where they are.
Chad Ballard, who is a program services assistant at the Episcopal Church Home, feels his 8 years at the facility have been terrific.
It's the Episcopal Church Home, home being the key word. It's not only is it physically the resident's home, but it also has all the love and caring and family and friends that anyone's home would have.
Chad knows his caring and attention matter very much to residents.
I had this resident that always had a frown on her face, always, until I walked in the room, and she would just brighten up. And her family, I think, sometimes got upset about that because they didn't even make her smile, but I did. And it got to the point where, well, her granddaughter was getting married, and her family asked me if I could go and be her date to the wedding, so when they had the pictures, I could make her smile. And that just has always stuck with me.
Chad is always ready to be a charming wedding date. He even has his own tuxedo. Mary Beth Mingus is an RN nurse manager over the rehab neighborhood.
The biggest thing that I notice when I come here is that there's a level of respect that not only the staff has for one another, but that the residents have for the staff, and that the staff has for the residents. And I really think that that comes from the top down. The physicians treat the housekeepers in a different way than I've ever seen anywhere that I've ever worked.
Steve Schultz's mother has been in the Memory Care Center for 2.5 years. His mother moved here after she fell.
But there was a care here that was a little bit different than what we had experienced elsewhere. Oftentimes, after our interview, we felt that we had almost visited a car dealership, and they were interested in the sale and signing of the contract. And here we experienced that they really cared about and understood the anxieties of the family members. They put everything in perspective as to what they could do that would help Mom, and you know, what we would be experiencing. It also helped her feel better because she knew that it was a little bit tough on her only kid that, you know, was here, because I'm trying to maintain a couple households and take care of my mom, and especially if you had a snowstorm or gas and lights went out or something, it was a panic feeling. And now I know that she's safe.
Dudley Square resident Marge Sorensen had been a volunteer with the Episcopal Church Home for years when her husband began to experience memory loss. He was in the Memory Care Center for almost a year before passing away. Marge says Dudley Square is perfect for her.
It's the best move that we ever made. I could see the handwriting on the wall that I wasn't going to be able to take care of my husband forever. And it has just opened up a completely new group of friends. I mean, let's face it, I'm 88 years old, and by the time you get to be my age, many, many, many of your friends are dead and gone. So it has opened up a whole new spectrum. Also, we have a book club. We meet every couple months and have lunch over at Napa River, and of course we have our happy hour here every Wednesday night, and we stay for dinner. And last night, actually. I think there were about 25 of us from Dudley that stayed for dinner.
For businesswoman Faye Perlmutter Davis, the move to Episcopal Church Home was decided by her family after she fell and broke her pelvis. But she could not be happier with where she is.
The people are wonderful, they're compatible, they're hospitable. It's just, if you have to be somewhere, this is the place to be.
Faye takes advantage of all the Episcopal Church Home has to offer, including the dining room, the hair salon, and as many activities and entertainments as she can fit into her schedule.
They have a gift shop that you can buy things in, you can buy cards. It's very wonderful to have that. They have an ice cream parlor that the ice cream is available to you 24 hours a day. You can go down to the room by the front entrance. You can have all the ice cream, strawberry, chocolate syrup. It's just marvelous.
The Episcopal Church Home offers many levels of care, allowing people to maintain their independence. The ability to age in place can begin in Dudley Square's patio homes, with additional options in memory care, personal care, in and outpatient rehab services, skilled nursing, and end-of-life care.
I would recommend this place to everybody. I told every one of my children, of course my grandchildren, great-grandchildren are still young, but my children, my loved ones, for heaven's sakes, be sure you have long-term insurance. And when you do, make sure you come to the Episcopal Home.
For many residents, the chapel is one of the things they love most about the Episcopal Church Home. And most mentioned Georgine Buckwalter, the Director of Pastoral Care and the priest at the parish. Dorothy Whitehead has been a resident of the Woodcock Personal Care neighborhood for 3 years.
Georgine had married my daughter and her husband in a beautiful garden wedding in Louisville, and she was the rector here, and just when she goes behind that pulpit, the most wonderful words come out of Georgine. She spends hours and days, I'm sure, preparing her sermons and studying the scripture and all that, and that is so beautiful.
St. Luke's Chapel is a specially designed, fully accessible sanctuary that was dedicated in 2009. Pastor Buckwalter says the spiritual needs of the residents drove the design.
Well, we're all of a piece. Body, mind, and soul is a whole, is a unit. And when something's wrong with the body, it affects the soul. When something's wrong with the soul, it affects the body. We're all of a piece, and we cannot be at peace if part of us is broken.
The Episcopal Church Home is an Eden Alternative facility. The Eden Alternative's purpose is to include interaction with pets, plants, flowers, and children. There are dogs, cats, bird aviaries, and large fish tanks throughout the building. There is a courtyard with rabbits and turtles. Another courtyard has fresh herbs, vegetable plants, and flowers. And many volunteer groups of children of different ages visit the facility. CEO Ann Vino says there are very specific things the Episcopal Church Home needs.
We could use the help from the community in 3 different ways. One is seniors need the community to be a part of who they are, even if they're residing here on campus with us. So come and visit. Come and share a bowl of ice cream. Come and have dinner. If you have talent, share it with us. We're always looking for the best musical group, pianist, storyteller. Anything that you have that is a talent that is of interest to you, I can guarantee you we've got some folks here that would love to know what you know. And then treasure. We always have folks, much to most people's surprise, that need additional financial support. Many of our residents have run out of money. Most folks would never know that. So we're always in need of additional financial resources.
Though excellent care and services are guaranteed in comfortable, secure surroundings at the Episcopal Church Home, what sets it apart is love. Those who call this special place home are cared for in body, mind, and soul. And the staff is dedicated to offering a comfortable and meaningful life to all, no matter where they are on their life's journey.
Are we through?
Yes.
Good.